Hello, everybody. Welcome to Neyyah. I hope you're having a lovely day. Are we going to get our audio? Are we going to get our game loaded? What's going on here? Game capture. Let me see. Yep. Okay. I have Neyyah. There we go. Okay. And audio levels. I think this is set in the right space now. So here we go. Okay. Oh, right. Right. I forgot we were still solving the cameras. I need to turn this down a little bit still. Let's go. Let's go here. Let me know if that's okay still. And I wonder. How's that? Oh, I might have to do a little bit of audio testing, guys. I am so sorry. Let me do this real quick. Okay. How is that? My voice seems to be coming through pretty quiet, actually. If I go like that. Okay. What do we have going on? You guys are going to have to tell me. The game audio for me seems to be louder. Oh, wait, is that my Windows settings? Is that my Windows settings? Is that what's going on? Okay. Hold on. I think that's what was happening. Audio. Nope, that's not where I need that. Monitoring device is headphones. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now my mic's coming through. And let's switch that one. Why don't I have... What in the world? Okay. And that one. And that. Okay. For some reason, I'm not getting game audio, guys. I have... Okay. So I'm loud and clear. I think it's my Windows settings. So I had to do a really funky... I had to do a really funky bypass to get the audio balanced last time. And what I'm doing is I've got my system sounds going through my speakers and OBS's monitor coming through my headphones. And it's supposed to be giving me game audio, but right now it's not. And I'm not sure why. I'm glad you can hear. I would like to hear the game. I can't figure out what it would... Nope. Okay. You can hear the game. They've probably fixed something. Yeah, this is exactly. They've probably fixed something, and so my funky little bypass is broken because it was a funky little bypass. I also blame OBS. Okay. Let's see if I can... Capture specific window. No. Any full screen app. Will that change anything for me? Thank you, Jan. I appreciate it. I would like to hear the game, please. This is gonna be really irritating if you guys get to hear the game and I don't. Let's see what this does. I might have to restart the stream. Hi, Maple. Yeah, I might have to restart the stream. That is so irritating. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We can all, like, point our fingers at OBS right now. I don't want to restart the stream. Best laid plans of mice and men. Yeah. Obviously, BS. Ha ha ha. That's funny. Okay. Well, hang tight, guys. I'm gonna restart the stream. I will be back shortly, hopefully. Hello? Are we back? Are we back? Can I hear? I'm hearing the game. Hello? Am I hearing the game properly is the question. Yes. Okay. OBS just needed a nap. That's all it was. Okay. I'm gonna turn... I feel like the game is still pretty loud. What is my headphones? Okay. How is the audio balance? Can you guys, like, I've been kind of mucking with it. You can also hear the game. Is it an okay volume? Am I an okay volume with the game? Is it relatively balanced? I think we're okay. Are we good? I think we're good. Okay. Thank you, Maple. Well, excitement before I start. I am not, I promise, I am not avoiding trying to figure out these cameras. Not usually sensitive to audio balance issues. I appreciate your input, Zoe. If you can hear me and you can hear the game and it's not bothering you, then I think we're good. Okay. These darn cameras, I'm not entirely sure. Like, this red light is clearly an indicator that this isn't working right. And we had looked, hang on, we've got journals. I need to turn the game down in my headphones, and I don't know why my headphones are controlling game audio right now, because usually they don't do a single thing. But that helped. Okay. Which journal? It wasn't this. Symbols hidden. In case Mason needs to get the portal working, he'll know how to uncover them. Oh, this is a totally different thing that we should do. Okay. This is for the... We used this. Hold on. Isn't this the one we used to get the Pelska portal going? Pelska? Yeah, Pelska portal. And then that one was tank number 2, I think. Yeah, pod 2 that we did drain. And that gave us one of the symbols. Yeah, okay. So we actually don't need this journal anymore. We're done with this journal. That's very good. Okay. That wasn't what I was looking for. I was trying to remember where we saw the conversations about, because there were 2 conversations about the cameras. One was Mason's journal talking about how he won't forget. I don't remember the other one. Was the other one Vamir's journal? Gun towers. Crystal lamps. Kalitsu root experiments. This is the underwater portal thing, and I'm not sure how to get to that yet. But I think we're supposed to get to it. The bunker teleportation console is also ready. I must be prepared to use this once it's activated by the sensors at the Neyyah heater chamber as Smolix will start his descent to Neyyah once I've opened the console. I've concealed the code in a far away, safe place. This is the part, this is the part that makes me feel like there's specific timing needed to get the good ending in this game. I left the Ronalda Temple the other day, having discussed the recent Yopelish portal devastation at the Payita factory. Smolix wasn't happy, disregarding the portal's once useful activity as a mere means to an end. So many areas of the Fizaltian world have been transformed into platforms to give power to Smolix's use of new Olajarian technology. Upon activating the microphone frequencies at the old gun tower on the Levandus zone, the sounds emitted there brought tears to my eyes. It was almost as if that sound belonged to the mourning of the departed Pelskas, or even the pain of the lost Fizaltians, seeping back into Neyyah from the depths of their prison, the Quilivian. I'm so close to finding it now. New lever system for the water pump shed at Scarlidi Towers. I've made sure the key Ernter has provided is kept far away from prying eyes. I've considered bringing the key here to the secret office. Having precious items hidden in different locations will keep things more secure. Okay. Old guard station on Glorfiak Mines. Elevator at Falitsu Dome has been shut down. I'll replace the button as soon as I can, but the Voke cabinet on Falitsu Island must remain accessible in order to retrieve the correct symbol for the Mayorda gas system. I'm not sure I know what a Voke cabinet is. I have to discuss with Talavia my suspicions regarding the Golifium that Smolix has concocted from the Nyashka spores. I took a couple of samples and will take them to my lab in Oloj for a couple of tests. I may even bring the equipment to Neyyah, but we'll see. There's a possibility the drug may be used to subdue the people rather than benefit their health in any way. Okay. This one's Vimir's second journal. I have to dismantle the railings at the bridge. They were rusted almost to nothing. Even the symbol that represents Falitsu Island is a full circle, when it didn't need to be. All the others are broken circles. He just had to make it clear that Oloj is indeed the center of everything. I believe this will cause extra strange on the system there, even if the council's fixes. More rockier, yep. Quick maintenance check on Kula Crystal system I installed a while ago in the watchtower of Falitsu Island's harbor. Surprising how powerful it is after having not inspected it for a good month or two. Seems to work fine still. The heater servers don't seem to complain. The old Lavandishing tower nearby still provides, even today, despite most of it now crumbling away into the ocean. Mason seems quite content with the new responsibilities I've given him. Checking up on the Nyashka plant to make sure everything's running at point A, the Nyashka zone. The Platinum Series models are great and holding up well. Okay. I've managed to hide the crystal safely away in a place Smolix will never end up going. Probably too afraid he'll be attacked by an Elopolite still lurking away in those dark chambers after all these years. No Golor craft to save you, Smolix, not now. This is a picture of the camera. I don't think it's this camera. Hold on. Is it the one we're standing at? It is. It's the one we're standing at. Okay. The Neyyah Platinum Series models are great and holding up very well, but I doubt any upgrades will be taking place for a while. Smolix fears the spore counts are getting low here on Site 28, as he calls it. Competition is coming your way, he says. We'll see about that, Smolix. I've managed to hide the crystals safely away in a place Smolix will never end up going. Probably too afraid he'll be attacked by an Elopolite still lurking away in those dark chambers after all these years. No Golor craft to save you, Smolix, not now. Mason seems to agree with me on making sure there's a place to remind ourselves what color is needed for what mechanism. The spore docks sound good. I've managed to tinker around with the power flow of the console there. Oh. The Neyyah activation console is in a secure place at point A of the ocean portal, but I've made sure the key is also secure, and the spore docks seems a convenient place, considering the safe which holds it. So do I need to... The thing on the spore docks had a symbol of the Gufunky mushroom. That was the mushroom symbol. Maybe I need to just try... I keep hitting that button. Let's just take these crystals. We'll go back and get the other one. This symbol looks like the Pelorian portals. Yeah. Hahaha. I've got a note here from last time to figure out what the Voke cabinet is on Falitsu Island. I'm figuring out things that I figured out last time. No, I'm not. Okay, so Pelorian portal is... Pelorian portal symbol. Is on the camera at... this is Falitsu Isle arrive. Hang on. Where's maps? Maps. Falitsu Island. Gufunky zone. Yeah. Gufunky zone. The other... Where was the other... I don't remember where the other camera crystal was. I think... Is it this way? Lavandis zone. No, it's not this one. It's the Guardian guys. Okay. I think I have to go this way. To the tune of Funky Yeah. Yes. Yes. There's so many things that would make for a good, like, musical interlude moment. Okay, it might be this portal. Oh. No. No. But I can get to the other ones, I think. We still have Thick Bird here. We will ignore Sick Bird. Okay. That one I can't get to. I don't think it's this one either. Aida Factory. Where is the portal that I need? This is just a game of like, I need a better way of mapping out portals. Open Sesame. Thank you. We are going. Not that one. Maybe that one. I don't think it's that one. Because this just goes to the old factory, doesn't it? I think it does. That's not what I'm wanting. Right. No, that's the dome. Not that way. There's a ruin that way. I remember a thing to see, though. What was the thing to see? wasn't this, although that is interesting. There was a thing here. Okay. Open, please. Thank you. Does it make sense that I'm too scared to use the Helska portal to fast travel? Because what if I accidentally call Smolix? Okay. I'm gonna be brave. What am I looking for? I am looking for the other place, the other camera place. I think it's here. Maybe not. Yeah, those guys. Okay, it is here. Yay! I remembered a thing. Open, please. And I need not this door. No, it is this door. This door. There we go. This one. Okay. I don't know what this symbol means. I don't know what that is. But it's like a wave frequency something symbol, maybe? Camera at... Where are we again? Penorvia. Penorvia Point. Okay. What I'm gonna try. I'm going to try... I've got a fast travel spot over here, I think. Yes, I do. I'm going to try... going back to the... brain. Doc's place, where it's nighttime, with the crystals to see how it reacts. But it means that I need to change... Oh, I need to not be here. I need to be at the HQ. That means I need... Hold on. That means the mines, which I think is the yellow portal. Yeah. Lab HQ, yellow portal. Okay. And then I can switch which portal the blue one is directed at. Okay. So. Portal. Activity. Talita portals. Little portals. System information, cameras. Wrong console? Is it this one? No. System information. This is the one. Activation status. Got one of the binoculars powered. That means I'm gonna have to come back and read this later. Where do I change which portal directs where? It must be here. Console data. Aha! Here it is. Portox. Okay. Exit system. Let's go back to the Sportox. Okay. That wasn't what I wanted. This way, please. There we go. Thank you. Blue portal. Blue portal is that way. Still very nighttime. And I still can't quite see what's going on because It's very bright. So, Crystal, can you tell me anything? No? 4 cables. This spot takes a 5-sided something. These crystals don't look 5-sided. But to be fair, it's difficult to tell. Am I supposed to put a mushroom in it? No. Nope. This one. Well, guys, if you have ideas, if you know something I don't know, I would appreciate a hint. If you have ideas for me to try, I'm open to ideas. Why do I have a knife? Obviously, the knife doesn't go in here. The idea here, so he talked about it as a safe. That is clearly another camera thingamer. I can't look at other things. I can look up. I can go back. Mushroom symbol. Which was the number 3. Ish. I mean, it's not. The roots of the mushroom soak up water, stained with Florian flower petals. Big spores can be found glowing blue under the mushroom. Smaller spores grow on top, which have been used to generate light. It is the Gufunky mushroom symbol, yeah. That is the symbol. And I'm not sure... Like the symbol... The island that the camera mechanism is on, that has the Pelorian portal symbol, is the Gufunky mushroom zone of Falitsu Island. But that doesn't tell me which color, because we've got red and purple. That doesn't tell me which color crystal to put in there, because this is the, like, it is glowing blue, which is the color of those mushroom spores. We don't have, I mean, the closest thing is the purple. Yeah, I can't sort out. Okay, let's see if there's other colors. Um, Warlap flower makes the invisible ink. That's cool. The alder flower grows in various colors, including red and green. That, Pelska vines kind of has the zigzaggy shape of the other camera symbol, but not really. I love that this plant is called plant. Or flant, I suppose, but it looks like plant to me. Yeah, I cannot see what the connection is, and I can't figure out what needs to go here. Yeah, purple's got to be red and blue. Like, I don't... Purple is a color that doesn't exist in the set. So, okay. I mean, that's fair. That's very fair. Red is the color of the Toledo portal that goes to the Gufunki zone of the island. Near the bird. The one that looks like the sleepy one? Yeah. The sick one? No, that's I think that was in the Panorvia Point. No, it wasn't. It was in No, it was in the Panorvia Point walkway, I think. Which isn't this island, but we came past it recently. So blue, the purple crystal could be the connection between blue and red. Yeah. Okay, fair. Let's try it. That doesn't, I mean... And then I'm going to be trial and erroring where to place, like what level to place the crystal. But we can try. Let's go. Did we ever try lifting the bird? I feel like we should have picked something up there. That is a great pun, Maple. I don't think you intended it. I think I did poke at the bird, but I don't think anything happened. I think I could just get up close to it and see that it's not dead. It's just like passed out or drugged or something. I suspect the thing with the bird, yeah. I suspect the thing with the bird is that, we're supposed to notice. You are still red. I think we're supposed to notice that, something is making the bird like ill or sedated, because that's something that I think Vamir said in his journal. Oh, I didn't see if the depth markers on the Paedospheres. If it's to be used for one of the cameras, yeah. Possibly. Those tend to have, like, when you look at these, there's 4 levels, but this only has 3 levels. That's why I'm not sure. Yeah. I kind of want to go, like, it'll be easy enough. Still saying nothing. But what if we go back? Do I have a fast travel spot over here? I think it's in one of my journals. Not this one. Yeah, Falitsu Island, Gufunki Sleeping Tower area. Dome Zone, Harbor Zone, Factory Zone, Lavandus Zone. So not where I am. Okay. That's fine. Let's go. Let's go this way. I was just thinking it is easy enough to pop over to HQ and just look at the cameras and see what kind of readout we're getting. Because we accidentally turned on one camera somewhere. Not entirely sure how. Okay, we are going to the mines. I don't know why this elevator never stays down. More dramatic, I guess. Cameras. Not you. You. Cameras. No signal. They're also integrated into activating and locking machinery that is vital to the operations of Neyyah Site 28. Also, I haven't seen any crane cameras. I've only seen 3 crystal block Mac. I have to look for crane cameras. Okay. Well, if we're going to try... let's swap this back since we're here. You. And then I think there's a fast travel here somewhere. Litsu Glorfiak Mines. Main island inside the wall of the Golor Craft hangar, close to old 2 Fizaltian posters. Or the beach area. No, main island. Okay. Near 2 posters. These 2 posters. Right? Is there not? I didn't see that. The only reason I clicked is because it was giving me crosshairs. Wow. Okay. That is subtle. Well done. Okay. Okay. I need to go. Camera sector. This is where the sick bird is. Panorvia Point. I think. No. I keep thinking it's in here, but it's not in here. But it might be in... It's not in here. Yeah. When your search check just barely reaches the object's DC. That's exactly. That is exactly. Okay. Purple. And again, it's just tree height. You don't seem to want anything from me. Although that light doesn't look as green as the other one. There were other things here that I want to take another look at just to remind myself what's here. This is the watchtower where we learned our numbers. That's right. Okay. Now, I'm not sure what... That boom. Is that one of the crane cameras? Maybe? This is one of those spooky elopolite keeping places. This is called the camera zone. I'm not sure why it's called the camera zone. I bet this is where Smolix is going to land when he finally arrives. This I still need to figure out. I think that's the fuses thing. This I did figure out. This is my Pelthco portal. Why is this a camera zone? Are those devices? There's the feather. Okay. I'm not convinced I've got the camera crystals in the right place, but it's a start. Evoke cabinet. This is the journal I haven't read as much. No. This one's Mason's. I have read this one. This is the one I haven't read as much. The Neyyah activation console is in a secure place at point A of the ocean portal, but I've made sure the key is also secure. The spore dock seems a convenient place considering the safe that holds it. So I'm not going to be able to activate the Neyyah anyway. The Neyyah portal. The Velatron machine continues to work its magic, even with the Peeldish cloud no longer present to oversee its power. However, may they forgive the slight alterations I've had to install into the machine. Due to the mechanisms, hold on, I need to put on a vest. It is dropped to slightly chilly down here in the basement now that I've moved my office. Okay. It will work well for the code system. The oil canister still fits. Tidying up some spilled lavandus crystals from a fallen bowl. Hello, chicken. I am sorry you are not well. I hope you recover quickly. I'm glad you get to hang out, but I'm sorry that you're ill. Hopefully not too ill. Am I just like small existence's existential crisis moment? Oh dear, why am I yawning already? 8:10. Too early. Labyrinthitis. That's a real thing? What is that? I'm sorry, chicken. That doesn't sound like a real word. I'm sure it is. But I don't know what that is. Lots of vertigo. Oh no. Oh. I'm sorry, that sucks. That seems cannibalistic. Yes. Although when Chicken was playing Minecraft survival games, uh, keeping chickens and eating chickens is fairly common. So Orion speaks of the old one. They shall arrive here very soon. That's me, apparently. From what she's told me about them, I hope it's sooner rather than later. And that's all. Okay. So... oh, dear. Okay. I don't want to be yawning yet. I think I've done what I can to figure out the cameras. We're gonna have to wait until we've got more information. The next step seems to be figuring out Falitsu Island is really big. So I need to figure out the Voke Island on Falitsu, or the Voke cabinet on Falitsu Island. We are going to Falitsu. Okay. We've got... this is the heater servers. And we haven't finished... we haven't finished this yet either. Because we need... wait, did we sort out if a color relates to a number? But there was a multiplier, I think. Because that doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah. I really don't know. I really don't know. Okay. Let's see if we can find what a Voke cabinet is. Voke cabinet on Falitsu Island. Pretty sure it's not here. Pretty sure it's not here. Pretty sure it's not here. So Levandus or Harbor. No, I don't need to go this way. I need to go this way. Lavanda. No. Lavanda stone. Okay. It always, the camera panning to watch that light as I go past. It gets me every time. Okay. Are you... Okay, so this is targeting something. Waiting for microphone frequency signals. Okay. So we're properly set up. But you're not gonna do anything yet. I'm pretty sure I need to start the process of harvesting. That's the thing. Although this time, it's only when I go up this elevator that my camera will pan to watch that red light. It's like I have to notice it. Like that. It's very funny to me. So, it's a very important red light. And I think it's showing me the microphone symbol. There is nothing else in here. Okay. That one... I have to go to the other island for... Okay. So let's head through. This portal here, I think, goes to harbor. Yes. And this is where... I don't remember if it... I think it's that one. This is where the sick bird is. Birdie, here. See, we can't... He's just sedated. Like, he's sleeping and sleeping hard. I think we're just supposed to notice... Yeah. I think Maple was wondering if there was something we do with the bird. I think we're just supposed to notice that he's heavily sedated. And I think it's because he's been breathing in the fumes for too long. Like, there's been... which way am I supposed to go? think I'm going this way. Yes. No. That's the door I just came in. Yeah. The idea is Molochs might be trying to sedate an entire group of people with that same substance. Okay, this goes back to the Payita factory. There was something over here. That I don't remember how to find. Not that one. Don't think it's that one. That's the secret. The secret, headquarters space. I think it's this one. No, this is just the normal. That's just the normal entrance. I am missing spot to go. You don't end up looking at anything, but you have a teleporter. This just goes to the thing that I thought I saw, but isn't. Not that it isn't. The thing that isn't relevant anymore. Oh, was there a thing over here? I think there was a thing over here. You don't do anything. I can climb down here. Okay. This is just the rail cart. Yeah. Okay. And there's nothing for me to do, nothing to click. Can't even look down. Okay. Oh. I had read this right. Writing this to let you know I'm doing all I can to save and preserve what's left of Neyyah. It's funny. Sometimes I need to remind myself. Right. Okay. Knew this stuff. Turn back my crosshairs when active. What? Oh. It was just the paper? Okay. I seem to remember somewhere there's something that looks like an electrical box that I couldn't open before. And I don't remember where that was. And I don't remember... But it was tucked against a corner somewhere. And I thought it was over here. Okay, where are we going? We could see if there's any of those plants called plants. And there's a fast travel over here somewhere, I think. I feel like there's not a lot we can do with the dome. Like, we've unlocked these. Ever figure out that door? The lower level of the factory? Pretty sure the factory I've done everything in. This is my fast travel, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. The lower level of the factory just had the one... Is that where the Elopolite chair was? The symbols on it. Yeah. I mean, the one door opened and it had the chair in the middle, and we collected a bunch of stuff from in there, and it was really creepy. I'm second guessing now, Maple. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I want to do... okay. You know what? We can, because we're right by a fast travel. That is an unfortunate way to do that, Botrix. In the chat, it's atting me. No. I haven't figured out how to get up to the second floor in the dome yet. But I'm not sure if I can do that. Okay. Let's go to the Paida factory. Hold on. Where? Falitsu Island. Paida factory is on Falitsu Island. Okay. I should be able to get to it fairly easily from here. Then... Is that the one... I'm not sure how to get to the Paida factory. We were just there. Okay, so I can turn around. I don't need the dragon boat. Hi, dragon boat. That's the one we just were at. Okay. Sorry, dragon boat. I am leaving you. I would like to get here, and I don't know how to do that. Because it's different. No, my sense of perspective is off. Although that's a ladder I just noticed, and I'd like to explore that too. This is the portal I was just looking at that I said I didn't know how to get to. I just have poor spatial reasoning. It's fine. You can ignore me. Okay, downstairs in the factory. Let's go. Nope. I want to go here and open the door, please. Thank you. So this is where Vimir made his secret headquarters. Was over this way. But I don't think there was anything in here still that we hadn't done. We had, like, there was this puzzle here that we got. And it was to bring the portals online. And it just needed... I can go take a look, yeah. I mean, there was a lot in here. There was something about, these are the gun things that I keep wanting to actually pick up and play with. There was a lot in here. This is where I got the one journal. These are Smolix's letters to Vimir. And it's, I kind of love how Smolix's character comes through. Oh, that super hidden, like, fast travel spot? Yeah. That's true. I saw this symbol on something. Where did I see that? It was a door. I think this just means that 2 of the security doors were updated 2 years after they were installed. The Kula Paida is still in development, but after several attempts at powering old Fazaltian devices, I'm satisfied with the results. Well, there are still alterations to be made. The Kula Paida version 2.0 will enable me to power areas of Neyyah that aren't assigned to any of the new models Smolix has created, and most certainly any contraptions I bring to Neyyah. May the late members of the Paleoltish clan forgive me for disturbing the tradition of their rituals, the essence of their energies. The energies that they reworked and reworked until finally giving birth to the power of the Paida. While I pray that there are survivors from the clan, I hope they will never set eyes upon the abomination I have released upon their technology despite my own satisfaction for my work. If I can rekindle a flame remotely close to the beauty of their magic, then I can rest assured they are watching over me, guiding me. And if any survived, well, I hope they look kindly on what might just be an old fool's toy. Bunker teleportation system. This is that spot by the Pelska shrine. Fear, caution, we're running out of time, Vamir. We must act fast if we're to find the Quilivian before Smolix does. After careful consideration, I've put together a list of items in which you'll need to make the system work. With Orion's assistance, this will be our best chance of trapping Smolix. As long as you know the coordinates for Quan, we can do this. I don't know if I remember seeing these Palem sensors. Hang on. I'm gonna sketch this. I feel like I've seen them once before, maybe. Cooler crystal fuses, right? A B5-6 fuse should suffice. The idea will be how these connected to the hole in the roof. Once the Jalude enters, they will ignite and activate the plasma shield. Over the coming days, we'll arrange a time where you both can go down to Neyyah and assist you in setting everything up. The bunker is a great location. Due to the reports of cursed goings-on, we can conduct our work with a very little chance of being discovered by Smolix's men. They won't dare inspect this area, especially being so close to Orion's Pelska shrine. The system will be well hidden. Once we have set up the teleportation system, I will inform you of my feedback. Finish connecting the Kula crystal fuses to the bunker roof today. I'll leave you to nail the boards onto the front door. Remove the wheel lock too. But before you do so, I urge you to remove any weapons left behind in the bunker. That place still has ammunition lying around from when the Basaltians used it as a storage unit. Smolix might not know how to use a Chiluke, but if he does, and he manages to attain one inside his entrapment, he might be forced to use it as an escape. And outside, he would have access to his Binoxi portal bracelet and return to Oluj. That's the green crystal thing that we saw. Made a mental note to check the bunker myself lately. I have so much on my mind. Another one of my colleagues has been reported missing. More of Smolix's soldiers patrol the Pieta labs day and night. Something's happening, Vamir. We have to act fast. The Jalude landing pad has been checked and double-checked. Its purpose is to lure Smolix's Jalude into the bunker. Once there, it will remain powered even when Smolix leaves the craft. There'll be no way to turn off the Jalude. This will render his Binoxi portal bracelet inactive. He will not be able to teleport himself back to Oluj. However, the Jalude will only disable the bracelet within the confines of the bunker. He must not escape. It's your job to make sure he stays within the bunker, enough time for Orion's countdown to begin and for the teleportation process to activate. I know you've devised various systems on Neyyah, and I don't understand all of them, but everything in that bunker is now operational and waits for the right moment. You mentioned last time we were working together at the bunker, you've set up an activation tablet at the Pelska Shrine. 2 code systems. One I recall you saying is used for something completely different. Activation for some sort of portable teleportation device. Okay, so one of the codes we need is the Pelska portal code. Be that as it may, please remember that once you've opened the code box for the bunker teleportation system, an emergency signal will be sent to the Meralda Temple, at which point Smolix will come for you. I tried bypassing this security system a few times while setting everything up, but no luck. You'll need to enter the password you've created for the bunker teleportation system straight away. Otherwise, Smolix will arrive on Neyyah, and his Jalood won't be brought into the bunker. Instead, he'll arrive outside and have free roam to come after you on Neyyah. Also, I recall you mentioning an arrangement you've made with Orion as part of the activation process. An offering? Please, Vamir, double-check everything. The bunker teleportation system is set up. Now you must bring Smolix to Neyyah at the right time. Good luck. Okay. This is the thing I had read without knowing what everything was. I'm glad I found it again. Finalized the code for the Pelska Shrine activation console. Agreed on 4231 with Orion, but decided which flora and constellation symbols to use. Write down combination in journal. Keep spare keys to the Neyyah lock mechanisms and other locks at Lab HQ here in this drawer. Must fit locks to the other doors at the main chambers of Panorvia Point. Consider storing the old heater shells at the lab for now. The one with the crystal block mech symbols will need extra protection. Heater shells. Okay, Lab HQ. Gotta go back there. The bridge to the watchtowers on Falitsu Island's harbor zone are now permanently raised. Have used wood to wedge the lever up. Old heater shell. Okay. We did find two. We found the dome key and the spare key. One of them was in here. And then one of them was just in this drawer. This is a thing that I haven't figured out why I need to know what it looks like. But it's something that I need to know what it looks like. Yeah, it makes way more sense now that we found the other stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely it does. I think nothing in that one, nothing in that one. This one, we're just seeing that his heater is still on, I guess. This will be his invisible ink. This will be something that I can't read. Oh, yes I can. Oh! I'm such a dork. Okay. This is something that I missed seeing. Okay. If my means of traveling to the Velatron Temple from the Melee portal were severed, I'm not sure how easy it would be to get back there. And if Smolix discovered what lay beyond the temple's high walls and the blue glowing mass of the gigantic Pelorian flowers, the Velatron machine must remain hidden. I've devised a new holster for keeping the detachable pipeline stable while the Mahili portal tank is either being drained or filled. Unfortunately, any further developments have come to a grinding halt, but I'm sure both myself and Ernter will successfully strengthen what is already a powerful lifeline to the heart of Fizaltia. Fizalta. Okay. I mean, that explains... Hold up. Did I already find the Velatron machine, though? I feel like I've already found the Velatron machine. Because I don't have... I don't have a Payita for it here. And I had a Payita in here that isn't in here anymore. More things I missed. Okay. Creepers at the Felizu Dome. For a couple years now, the creepers that have already infested other pockets of Neyah's landscape have begun consuming the Felizu Dome. Orion's powers exceed my own understanding of the ancient Fizaltian ways. As a Pelska guardian, even with the Fizaltians banished, she will not think twice about putting to use any resource she has at her disposal to protect what is left of Neyyah. I won't be able to stop her. And if I was in her position, I'd rightfully do the same thing as my duty to protect my land, my Philidian. As much as I try to preserve the beauty of their world, preserve the beauty of their world, lost to the shadows that are the result of corruption, instigated by the blind foolishness of my own people, Smolix's carelessness continues to fester upon my greater ambitions, just like his new contraptions eat away at Neyyah. He's relentless, delusional. But how are my people to understand the true extent of mayhem that has befallen them? Will they ever see past the lies that have plagued them for far too long? I hope one day they will know. While I believe the current state of the dome's mechanics will remain sufficient enough to produce as many good usable Felizu roots as possible, I'm left fatigued and frustrated by Smolix's lack of concern and continuous acts of carelessness he has for what could be a beautiful rebirth in Fizaltian technology, a chance to merge the natural world of Neyyah with our own, just as it used to be before. Oh, why didn't he just listen? Time and time again I'd mentioned to him, in person, do not use Reledium metal in the dome structure. Did he dismiss my reports on how the creepers are starting to grow in other areas of Neyyah, which also contain the Reledium metal? But of course, Oluj prevails. The Benoxy prevails. They always do. I live in hope that maybe, just maybe, further work on the dome's construction may be underway before too long. While I understand Orion's need to protect Neyyah, especially after what befell this beautiful world all those years ago, I wish there could be a way to unite both Oluj and Fizalta together. It could be done. If the capsule works, if my recent investigations on the Quilivian turn out to be true, well then perhaps there's hope, a new road ahead to pave a bright future for my people and, quite possibly, Fizaltian survivors, putting to pass the destruction and loss which has thus plagued Fizalta for too long. The Chianti building, which once stood where the dome is now, could even be rebuilt, and the once prospering community that made Fizalta shine could eventually shine again, brighter than ever. For now, I must be patient, and I hope Orion can do the same. That's interesting. Okay, ink. Mushroom is strong ingredient for visible ink. While I see an air of distrust and unease within Mason's cooperation in the matter, he does continue to aid me in my experiments. If only I knew. Why did his journal have invisible ink in it too? I can only speculate, but by putting myself in his position, having come to a world I possibly knew had been savaged by greed, rage, and betrayal, I would do the same as he would, to keep what I knew safe, just as I'm doing now. I believe that once we work closer together, there will be a stronger bond between us, a sense of trust and understanding. An understanding that this world is not yet lost. Here on Neyyah, it begins again. In the name of the Peyotish, if Mason had traveled to Neyyah from Quilivia, the possibilities. It's hard to tell for certain at this point, even after a year since Mason's arrival. Although I'm frustrated at Orion's rebellion strategies for how to take out the Ruletium metal, in doing so, possibly ruining one of the fundamental key components and bringing Fizalta and Olujay together again, I'm thankful that her actions have led to the banishment of Smolix's men. Whispers in their ears, chills down their spines. It was all recorded at the Ronalda Temple, although Smolix dismisses this and puts it down to unsafe work conditions. Even his priests know that Neyyah is a place not to be reckoned with, especially knowing all too well the truth of what really happened here all those years ago. The poison sucked up from those Nyashka spores will only get you so far, Smolix. It won't last forever. Taleva suggested I give Mason more access to my office areas here on Neyyah. He's already worked so hard with assisting me so far. He's even reminded me on countless occasions to close things after having opened them, which is a repetitive task for anyone who knows me. So many times with our son... Okay, that seems like a really suspicious thing to add in the middle of a journal. He's even reminded me on countless occasions to close things after I've opened them. Maybe there's something we need to close. Either that. Either that or that's a way to close up a plot hole for why we're seeing notes from Mason. Because we've seen a couple notes from Mason to Vamir saying like, hey, I've done this, don't forget to that, right? Maybe it's just closing up a plot hole. Before we leave the area, write down the numbers from the security system page to help figure out the multiplier code. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Good thinking, Maple. So many times with our son, Taleva's told me, just give him a chance. You'll see. I feel my wife is with me on Neyyah now more than ever. Keeping me grounded while my mission at hand continues to crush down on me. It's true that Mason has helped me a great deal. I cannot afford to reveal the location of the old factory guard tower to him. The old factory guard tower has been teleported. I know that. To do so would put everything I've worked for and prepared so far at risk. The work it took to teleport that place from Glorfiak Mines. If Mason was captured and knew of the temple's location, Smolix would get it out of him, and all would be lost. If I'm ever to rebuild the Fizaltian world, then the temple must remain hidden and unscathed by my people. They may have chased Sharus away all those years ago, but myself and the others, we don't have the Peyotish clan behind us, or the full velocity of Orion's powers at our fingertips. No, it's decided. I will keep the location of the old factory guard tower to myself. Okay. So that was those. We grabbed the spore bits. There was nothing else there. Okay. Salt dispensing unit. Yep. Okay. And there was nothing in the garbage. That's not nothing. Is that a teleporter bracelet? I think that's the teleporter bracelet that we saw him talk about earlier. Yeah, okay. Security system. this one. So I'm gonna say first one is door number, because the serial numbers are the same until the last 4 digits. So I'm gonna say that's 7221. $10/04/42/70 was the date. Door 2, or the second one, is door number 8810. 10/04/42/70. Both modified 10/05. 2 years later, so 4272. Okay. So that's the WSS security doors. With the apparently Oluj symbol in the middle. So that was that. The other thing was this stuff. Now, I had not... These are the fancy upgraded petas. This is the sun vents on the dome, but I haven't figured out if we can do something in the real dome. This is just how the dome works. See, I feel like we should be able to use the elevator. Gold button, elevator activation. And then this, the gun tower. I think we've seen, wait, is that a thing over there? No, it isn't. Okay. And those weren't things. And this is another of the guns. Yeah. Nothing else here. Oh, no. We did that. So... I think I've started to figure out what the multiple endings are. I think we've got one ending where we successfully trap Smolix and do things the way Vimir has set out, but we become like the sacrifice or whatever it is to Orion. And then, were there numbers when we initially found the 4 colors of Paida? I think there were numbers. There was a set of numbers because each Paida color has a strength. And there was something that indicated which Paeta color was which strength. I think that's up in the main headquarters. Can I want to go upstairs here and try again. We got these things sorted out properly. But I feel like there's something up that I should be paying attention to. So this is one of the ones. Oh, that's Vamir leaving a note for Mason, not the other way. Don't forget to unlock the tank door. The dome key opened, if I go back downstairs, where's my elevator? Yeah. There. There's a key lock at the main entrance. I want to know where the tank... This is one of those rooms that's so dark I can't quite see. Because there's... And that's boarded up over there. Okay. There is... Is it on this side? No, it's on the other side. These guys here. This one needed the key so that I could do that. I don't know what I just did though. Did I? No, that is still there. Okay. This is the underwater Velatron something portal location. Yep. Yeah, so that's the thing that I'm still confused with. I opened this with the dome key, and I can't remember what that accomplished. I can't remember if that's what let me into the dome in the first place. I seem to be doing something as I'm pushing this, so maybe that's what it was. No, I'm still able to get in here. Yeah, I don't know why they're different colors. That is a very good point. The ones on the other side, on this side, are both red because they've got crystals in them, I think. And the key doesn't go in on these ones. Like, there's nothing there. I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, that was a door glitch. I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't remember what that does. I don't think we figured out what that does yet. On this side, that one has the crystal, and this one doesn't have anything. And this... I think this is where the dome key went. But I don't remember. I don't think we're missing a crystal. I think there's intentionally... I think the crystal was intentionally taken out so that the button could be put in. Because that button does something important. That I haven't figured out what yet. And now I've pushed it multiple times. Anyways, it is very 9 o'clock, which is very my bedtime. So, this is as far as I'm gonna get today. We've definitely got a lot of really good information now. We need to finish the heater server. What's it called? Heater server fuses. Which we need the Trondy, called the Trondy level. We gotta figure out what that is. It's some kind of multiplication of the numbers that are in there. We also need to... we somehow accidentally put the Velotron Paida in place, and I don't remember how we got there. That water tank might be where we need to go. I just realized. Check water tank by salt. Dispenser. Sort. Camera crystals. Take another look at those. And I'm pretty sure there's got to be a way to trap Smolix and not become Orion's whatever sacrifice. We got to figure out, we got to look more into what's being done, and I wanted to read that letter. Reread plan to trap Smolix, which is at Secret HQ. Yes. Lots of things. Lots of things to go back and take another look at. Anyway. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I hope you have a really lovely week. We have some progress. I will catch you next week. Have a good night. Bye.